It's not rocket science, it's permaculture. Gardening. It's a passion, a pastime, and sometimes, let's be honest, a bit of a puzzle. We've all been there, staring at a jumbled patch of earth, wondering where to even begin. Well, fret no more. Permaculture is here to help, and it's easier than you think. Imagine a garden that practically takes care of itself, where plants thrive in perfect harmony, and you can practically taste the freshness in the air. That's the magic of permaculture. Permaculture is all about working nature, not against it. It's about creating a sustainable ecosystem right in your backyard or balcony. And the best part? It doesn't require a fancy degree or acres of land. Think of it as designing your very own Eden, one cleverly placed plant at a time. Picture this. It's a chilly evening, and you're craving fresh herbs to liven up your dinner. Do you brave the elements to trek to the far corner of your garden? Not if you've embraced Zone 0. This zone is all about convenience, pure and simple. It's the heart of your home, where you can easily tend to herbs, sprouts, and even some small veggies right on your kitchen windowsill. Think of it as your own personal miniature grocery store, just steps away from your fridge. No more frantic dashes outside in your slippers. Zone 0 is permaculture at its most practical and, dare I say, delicious. Now, let's step outside, but not too far. Zone 1 is like your garden's VIP section, the plants you visit most often. This is where you'll grow your finikier, high-maintenance crops that need a bit of extra TLC. Think delicate lettuces that demand regular watering, herbs you snip daily for culinary adventures, and those bright, cheerful flowers that bring joy to your soul and attract beneficial pollinators. Keep Zone 1 close to your house for easy access. A raised bed or vertical garden works wonders here, especially if you're short on space. You'll be amazed at how much you can grow in a small area with a bit of planning. Ready to venture a bit further? Zone 2 is where things start to get really exciting. This is the domain of fruit trees and bushes, perennial vegetables like asparagus and rhubarb, and maybe even a charming chicken coop or two, if you're feeling adventurous. Think of Zone 2 as your stroll garden. It's a place to wander, observe, and enjoy the fruits, literally, of your labor. You won't need to visit this zone as often as Zones 0 or 1, but regular checks for pests and diseases are still a must. Hold on to your hats, gardeners, because Zones 3 and 4 are where we embrace a bit of wildness. These zones are all about minimizing your workload while maximizing nature's contributions. Think sprawling pumpkin patches, robust berry brambles, and nitrogen-fixing cover crops that work their magic beneath your feet. Zone 3 might require occasional visits for harvesting or maintenance, while Zone 4 is more of a hands-off approach, left to its own devices, with a watchful eye, of course. It's about creating a haven for wildlife, encouraging biodiversity, and letting nature do its thing. Zone 5, the final frontier of your permaculture paradise. This zone is all about embracing the wild, untouched beauty of nature. Think foraging for wild mushrooms, gathering edible plants, and observing the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Zone 5 is less about active gardening and more about connecting with nature, appreciating its bounty, and learning from its wisdom. It's a reminder that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. So, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of permaculture zones, from your kitchen windowsill to the wild embrace of nature. Remember, gardening should be a joy, not a chore. Permaculture is about working smarter, not harder, and creating a sustainable, thriving ecosystem right outside your doorstep. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or a tiny balcony, you can apply these principles to create a garden that nourishes both body and soul. So go forth, fellow gardeners, and unlock the magic of permaculture.